If you're searching for Spanish romance movies on Netflix that deliver passion, chemistry, emotional drama, and unforgettable love stories, then this list is exactly what you need. Today, we're counting down 5 of the best Spanish romance movies on Netflix. Let's get into it. Number 5, Burning Patience, 2022. Directed by Rodrigo Sepulveda. We're starting with a romance movie that feels soft, poetic, and deeply emotional. Burning Patience tells the story of Mario, a young fisherman who becomes a postman and starts delivering letters to the famous poet Pablo Neruda. During this journey, he falls deeply in love and slowly begins to understand the true power of words, romance, and passion. This movie doesn't rush, and honestly, that's one of its greatest strengths. It takes its time to build emotions, allowing you to truly connect with the characters and their journey. The romance here feels pure and genuine. It's not built on flashy drama or intense conflict. Instead, it grows through meaningful conversations, emotional moments, and quiet beauty. Personally, I really enjoyed how calm and heartfelt this movie feels. It reminds you that sometimes love doesn't need to be loud to feel powerful. It's emotional, touching, and beautifully written. If you enjoy slow-burn romance with emotional depth, this is definitely worth watching. Number 4, Crazy About Her, 2021. Directed by Danny De La Orden. Next up is a movie that mixes romance, comedy, and emotional storytelling in a really enjoyable way. Crazy About Her follows Adri, a man who spends one unforgettable night with a mysterious woman named Carla. After that night, she suddenly disappears. But Adri can't stop thinking about her. He becomes determined to find her again, no matter what. And that's when things take an unexpected turn. What starts as a fun romantic comedy slowly transforms into something deeper and more emotional than you might expect. This movie does a great job balancing humor and emotional weight. You'll laugh, you'll smile, and then suddenly, the story becomes surprisingly touching. That emotional shift is what makes the movie stand out. I also really like the chemistry between the two leads. Their connection feels natural, which makes the romance believable and easy to invest in. This movie is funny, sweet, and heartfelt. A really solid choice if you want romance with both humor and emotional depth. Number 3, Sounds Like Love, 2021. Directed by Juana Macias. Now we're moving into a romance filled with heartbreak, healing, and second chances. Sounds Like Love follows Maka, a woman trying to rebuild her life after heartbreak. She's doing her best to move forward and focus on herself. Then suddenly, her ex returns. And just like that, old emotions begin to resurface. That's where things get complicated. This movie feels relatable because so many people understand how difficult it can be to truly move on from someone you deeply loved, especially when unfinished feelings still exist. What I really appreciate about this movie is how realistic it feels emotionally. It explores heartbreak, healing, emotional baggage, and the difficult choices that come with love. The romance feels mature. The emotions feel real. And the story feels honest. Personally, I think this movie does an amazing job showing that love isn't always simple. Sometimes it's messy, painful, and complicated. That's exactly what makes it feel authentic. If you enjoy emotional romance stories with depth, this one deserves a spot on your watch list. Number 2, Love at First Kiss, 2023. Directed by Alauda Ruiz de Azua. Coming in at number 2 is one of the most creative and refreshing romance movies on this list. Love at First Kiss follows Javier, a man who discovers that after kissing someone, he can see the future of that relationship. At first, that sounds like a dream. Imagine knowing exactly who is right for you. Sounds perfect, right? Well, not really. Because sometimes knowing too much can ruin the beauty of love itself. That's what makes this movie so interesting. It takes a fun and unique concept and turns it into something deeper than expected. This isn't just about romance. It's also about destiny, timing, choices, and uncertainty. The movie asks an interesting question. Is love better when everything is predictable, or is the mystery part of what makes love exciting? Personally, I found this movie incredibly refreshing because it feels different from the usual romantic comedy. It's funny, it's charming, it's emotional, and it leaves you thinking long after it ends. Definitely one of the most unique romance films on Netflix. And now, our number 1 pick. Number 1, Through My Window, 2022. directed by Marçal Forés. If you love passionate romance, intense chemistry, emotional drama, and steamy tension, this movie is impossible to ignore. Through My Window follows Raquel, a young woman who has secretly been in love with her mysterious neighbor Aries for years. She admires him from a distance, but when their paths finally cross, everything changes, and sparks fly immediately. This movie became a huge success on Netflix for a reason. The chemistry between the leads is intense from beginning to end. You can feel the attraction, the tension, the passion, and the emotional conflict. Everything feels powerful and dramatic. What makes this movie so addictive is how emotionally engaging it is. Once the story begins, it becomes very hard to stop watching. Personally, I think this is easily the hottest and most intense romance movie on this list. But beyond the steamy moments, there's also emotional vulnerability and character growth that make the love story more compelling. If passionate, dramatic romance is your thing, this movie should absolutely be at the top of your watch list. And that wraps up our top 5 Spanish romance movies on Netflix. Which one have you seen already, and which movie are you planning to watch next? Drop your thoughts in the comments, like this video, and subscribe for more amazing movie recommendations every week.